श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम शुक्लां वरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातं तपोनिधिं। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नमो वसिष्ठाय महाव्रताय पराशरं वेदनिधिं नमस्ये। नमोऽस्त्वनन्ताय महोरगाय नमोऽस्तु सिद्धेभ्य इहाक्षयेभ्यः। नमोऽस्तु ऋषिभ्यः परमं परेषां देवेषु देवं वरदं वराणां। सहस्रशीर्षाय नमः शिवाय सहस्रनामाय जनार्दनाय। हरि ओम। Till 7:30, no? Tomorrow morning or tomorrow morning भी खत्म नहीं होगा तब तक भी इतना है भगवान। Say it is actually unplanned, neither by me nor Chinmaya Mission by Calcutta or anything. Suddenly it happened. Unplanned means we never foresight. Anyway, His grace, I am here and you are here. So let us spend quality time in reflecting certain beautiful points from Mahabharata. Very inspiring. I'll ask one question. महाभारत का नाम सुनते ही सबको याद आता है युद्ध। बोलते ना महाभारत बुलाओ मत, घर में भी महाभारत हो रहा है। Why do you utter make Mahabharata so cheap? I don't understand. You know, central theme of Mahabharatam is not war, it is peace. War is an unavoidable option to establish peace in the world, like what's happening right now in the world. All methods were exhausted. Therefore, the very purpose of Mahabharata is beautiful. In fact, when I enter into Mahabharatam, it's like a samudra. So I have no control over my mind. In the sense, I get flooded by so many thoughts, so many beautiful things, which I cannot share in 1 hour, 15, whatever time. But let us see, let us spend time. See, friends, in the vast scene of creation, infinite universes, infinite brahmandas, and more than hundreds and billions, more than 100 or even more than that, billions of galaxies, and each galaxy has so many star systems, billions and billions of stars. And in that one galaxy, and in that one small solar system which is buried deep into under 26,000 or 26 million light years under the Orion arm of the Milky Way. Small, it's our sun, and then there is no. So that's why Gurudev says, when we say Gurudev, Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj. So I will not repeat again and again. Gurudev means Chinmayananda, Gurudev. That's why it's a cosmos, it is not a chaos. There's an order in it. There's a beauty. There's a purpose. There's a movement. In this vast creation, and there are so many beings which you cannot see this. It's all, I will not go into that subject. So many beings are there, so many worlds are there, not only this world. In infinity, what is the possibility? How can you limit the infinity into only one world, one earth, a small planet, not even when like a pin also, like a drop, like a small point in this eternal cosmos, it is so big, it is not invisible. And in that, in this entire scheme, Vyasa Bhagavan, so is Vyasa Vishala Buddhe, Namostute Vyasa Vishala. The intellect is so vast. If you want to know the real, not real, actually the window, what could be the probable meaning to understand the word Vishala Buddhi, the vast, expansive intelligence of Vyasa Bhagavan, you must study Mahabharatam only to know or to get a jhalak of his Buddhi. A jhalak only. It's a very expansive. It's all whenever we speak on Mahabharata, it's any subject when you really absorb, it's become so devotion, no meditation only it is. So in this vast screen and humanity, and unfortunately, humanity today has become like a bacteria in the blood on the earth. Most irresponsible species on earth is humanity. Absolutely responsible, totally responsible. We are destroying the planet, for deep forest and the environment, and then everything being destroyed. And the whole nature will be happy. Whole animals and plants and Prakriti was so happy when human being was not interacting and active. Example was COVID. When we are locked up, whole nature is celebrated. Animals was celebrated. They celebrated our absence. Rivers became pure, atmosphere became pure. All animals used to sit happily, they got freedom. That means what? Humanity. So therefore, in humanity, so many emotions are there. All the possible emotions and conflicts and understanding and doubts, and then so much happening in the collective consciousness or collective mind of the humanity. So much of commotion, varieties of emotions, varieties of thoughts, all those beautifully portrayed and a vast screen projected for us and showed in Mahabharata by Vyasa Bhagavan. This is humanity, this is human being. And in that he never hid himself. He also said, what role he played, that also was presented without any hiding anything. Facts are presented. We may not have guts to accept it. The facts. So he presented everything, Vyasa Bhagavan. So to understand all the various permutations and combinations and what exactly is happening in humanity, in the human mind and human consciousness and human species actually, so many wars we wage, so much of commotion, so much of all that was portrayed in Mahabharata. And mind you, if you say only the story part where Kauravas and Pandavas fought together and then what the Kauravas died and all that, it's that particular part. If you take out, it's a very small portion. But in between teachings and dialogues, and for information, out of 18 parvas, I am not going depth now, 18 parvas mein, Bhagavan Bhishmacharya ji, what he taught to Yudhishthira, lying down on the bed of the arrows, that was Shanti Parva and Anushasana Parva. Shanti Parva, the teachings are Rajadharma Parva, Apadharma Parva and Moksha Dharma Parva. And plus Dana Dharma Parva and Bhishma Sargaravana Parva in Ashwamedha Parva. Sorry, the Anushasana Parva. So Bhishma, Shanti Parva and Anushasana Parva mein, together, the teachings of Mahabharata, Bhishmacharya, comprises 26,000 slokas. Out of 1 lakh, 26% only were the teachings of Bhishmacharya from the deathbed. Not other places where so much of teachings were there happening everywhere, dialogue, understanding, and then stories, some or mystery. That's a Purana. Our Puja Guruji beautifully says, Swami Tejaman, he said, Purana, it doesn't mean Pura Navayavait, it's all. But then it speaks about the history of the cosmos. Not visible to our fleshy eyes. But there are multiple beings and then their interactions. And those days, so many things are there. In fact, in Mahabharata, it comes, see how my thoughts are going on. They are very wild actually, wild. In Mahabharata, it comes actually, बात मत कर रहे मुझे. डिस्टर्ब होता है. And Mahabharatam, there was no death concept of Bhishmacharya, there was no death at all. And in some places it says there was no king at all on the earth. No king was necessary. Because there is nobody ruler and ruled. How come? Then what ruled them? Dharma. There was no necessary for somebody to control you. Extremely subtle, extremely dharmic they are. And then the Bhishmacharya explains on how humanity fell down from that so glorious state and fell down, to the utter state of confusion and selfishness and greed and extreme self-centeredness and all those things now. By the 5,000 years back, still then 5,000 years back in Bhagwan Bhishmacharya told, now we are further fallen now. How bhi jara gir gaye? इतना गिर गया है कि we are unable to trace back the path of the fall to get back to the original state. If you know how we fell, we can trace back, no? Twist and turn and come, we don't know, no, we're completely lost. So therefore, and the death also was not there. Bhishmacharya, there was no death, not necessary. Death is not necessary. Why? Population increase? No. Everybody after completing their work, they call everybody bye-bye and they drop their bodies consciously, willingly. भाई मेरा काम होने के बाद वहां क्यों रहना है? But after retirement also you go to next day office. खुजली है. You can't sit at home. भाई क्या चल रहा है? What is your problem? You retired yesterday. Go home. Think about it. So they should drop. And then because when the greed and then people are not dropping conscious their bodies, then it seems the problem came, the population was increasing, there's so many problems on earth, resources, they all went to Brahmaji and said, what to do now? Then he said, okay, introduced Mruchu Devata. When she, first of all, she appointed one Devata created, now you should kill. She refused. So itna ganda ka main nahi karunga. Kya sochenge mere bare mein? So beautiful, these are all history of the cosmic creation, invisible behind the curtain. On the stage, I am there, you are listening. Behind the curtain, what has happened, you know? To get the photograph, कौन लाएगा, ये लाएगा, whether पानी डालने से दीप जल जाएगा, ऐसा दीप लगाना है, कि why don't we do this? ये कितना सूक्ष्म, who will decorate, what can? We are all blind. Only organizers know. कौन लेके आएगा, कौन खिलाएगा? It's not easy. So behind the screen, so much is happening. Only yogis and mahayogis can see. Those who transcended the body consciousness and then entered into the, as the Gurudev says, new dimension of consciousness. They alone can see it. So there was no. Then Murtida refused. Then he said, when Brahma said, how can you pick up like that? I said, I can't pick up. Brahma said, okay. Murtida said, no, some karan should be there, no? Okay, I will introduce disease. So anybody died, kaisa mar gaya? So many things have happened. Mind-boggling details are there, mystical details. Enough. It's a panoramic view it is. Scope. So therefore, Shanti is the central theme of Mahabharata. Not the war. When I started Mahabharata, somebody said, oh, महाभारत में युद्ध शुरू हो जाएगा. युद्ध कैसे शुरू होगा? युद्ध खत्म करने के लिए महाभारत पढ़ रहे हैं. बेवकूफ. दिमाग सड़ गया. महाभारत नहीं रखना, गीता नहीं रखना. गीता भी महाभारत में ही आता है. रामायण रखना नहीं, घर पे कष्ट हो जाता. भगवान राम जी कष्ट भोगे, हम भी कष्ट भोगते हो. रामायण मत रोको. Nonsense. Anyway, so why is called Mahabharatam? Bharatana Mahajjanma Tasmad Bharatam Uchyate Mahatvad Bharavatvacha Mahabharatam Uchyate. Bharatana Mahajjanma, all those great people who were born in this Bharata Vamsha, they are all mentioned here, therefore Mahabharatam. Mahatvad, very glorious in subject and content. Bharavatvacha, 1 lakh verses. Oh God. And you know, original, I will not go further detail, but I give one point. Original Mahabharata was of 60 lakh verses. कहाँ मिलेगा, मिलेगा नहीं यहाँ पे. And very clearly said, very out of all those, so much of this one, in that the first 60 lakhs, and in that 30 lakhs of content of Mahabharatam was meant only for devatas. Very beautiful thing. So Devaloka copy 30 lakhs. And second, 15 lakhs for Pitraloka. When you go to Pitraloka after death, you can study that Pitraloka copy available there. And third Samhita, 14 lakhs was what do you call for yakshas, and only 1 lakh for humanity. That also we don't study. And in that, Narada taught to Devatas, Asita Deval Muni taught to Pitrus, Sukadeva taught to Yakshas and Rakshasas, and Vaishampayana taught to Manushya. Sukadeva ji, apart from Bhagavata, Mahabharata also padhaya. हमारे लिए नहीं, यक्ष राक्षस उनको पढ़ाया, अभी पढ़ा रहे हैं अभी भी. So around 1 lakh we got. So what is it actually? What is it Mahabharatam wanted to say? See, very simple. Yato dharma tato Krishna. Yato Krishna tato Jaya. Very simple. Where there is dharma, there is Krishna, and where there is Krishna, there is victory. That's it. And what is dharma? So beautifully explained. Very, very exhaustively explained. Rajadharma Parva, Apadharma, how do I practice it in difficult times? In adversities. Dharma to be practiced during adversities. What should I do? And Moksha Dharma Parva. And so huge portion, 192 chapters. In that, Shanti Parva. Out of 365 chapters. Out of 365 chapters containing 15,000 and odd slokas. I am talking only one parva. Therefore, here he says, Dharme cha arthe cha kame cha mokshe cha bharatarshabha idihasita danyatra yannehasana kutrachit. That's what. Regarding dharma, artha, kama, vishaye, regarding all those matters, whatever is in Mahabharata, that is here in the world. If this is not in Mahabharata, it doesn't exist anywhere. You will appreciate this only when you read Mahabharata. I just remembered when Lakshaguraha, house of lac, Pandavas were escaped, and then Vidurji came to know. So he sent a secret miner. Big, beautiful thing. He sent a secret miner. And he said, now you do this mining work secretly, meet our night only mining you do. The Suranga, that is a tunnel was there dug. And then near Varanasi, Varanavata, so there Varnavatam. So, and Gangaji. So therefore, what he did was, the boatman, the miner and the boatman was sent, and Pandavas were made to sit in the boat and made them, they crossed the night, in the night the Gangaji, and it was a motor boat, and Vidura instructed the boatman to destroy the boat after the Pandavas crossed the ocean, the Ganga river. That means at that time motor boat also was there. This technology should not be available to the mankind because they are utterly dangerous. Because we don't know. That Bertrand Russell so beautifully says, knowledge and wisdom. As the knowledge is increasing in the world, we must have more than the knowledge. The wisdom is required to handle the knowledge. Otherwise, wisdom is going down, knowledge is increasing, and disaster is brought to the humanity. I don't know how to handle anything is technology in my hand, but I don't have wisdom to handle it. Bertrand Russell says long back. And it is seen. When I read this article about 40 years back, even more than that. So knowledge is increasing. Technology, science, no AI. But are we ready to handle a mobile phone? First of all, tell me now. I was reading some news, the scrolls that you watch, shorts you watch, and it is creating a disease in the mind, that it is creating a disease called the short term for. So brain is programmed, not mind, brain is programmed that it cannot focus more than 1 minute or 50 seconds now. It became a disease. It became a subconscious disease. So attention span is reduced because people watch these shorts. That is a result happening in the brain. Research was proved. Because brain is so restless to move on to next video. So this is Mahabharata. Everything contains in Mahabharata. Science and technology and astronomy, astrology. Oh my God! You just say plants, about biology. I mean, so much vast. Geography also. Okay. Now, there are two slokas I will tell. What is that? In this Mahabharatam, who are Kauravas and who are Pandavas compared. Duryodhano manyumayo mahadrumaha skandak karnaha shakunistasya shakaha dushasana pushpa phale samruddhe moolam raja dutarastro bhimani. What is that? Duryodhano manyumayo mahadrumaha. Duryodhana is equated with a huge, vast tree of anger. Then Skanda Karnaha, trunk is Karna, because Karna only supporting the Duryodhana's anger. Skanda Karnaha, Shakuni Tasya Shakaha. Shakuni gives so many ideas. Shakaha, branches. Dushasana, Pushpa Phale Samruddhe. Dushasana is equated to Pushpa and Phala. Flowers and fruits equated to Dushasana. Samruddhe. Because he is a dirty executive. All गंदा काम कर रहा है तो उसको बुला लेते बस. Moolam, root, Raja Dhutarashtra Abhimani. Egoistic, self-centered. Dhutarashtra is the root of the Vriksha called Kaurava Vriksha. कौरवों का वृक्ष, कौरव रूपी वृक्ष. फिर पांडव युधिष्ठिरो धर्ममयो महाद्रुमः. अरे बाबा, क्या ब्यूटीफुल. Because all those doubts what we have, we generate without reading Mahabharatam and talk over coffee table as though we are intelligent creatures descended from another cosmos. Nonsense. Everybody knows. You should not have played dice. Do you know what dharma is? This is a rule. When some other king invited, I cannot, that dharma is there. And then when Rajaso Yaga was conducted by Dharmaraja, huge. That was actually the beginning point for Duryodhana's jealousy. But unfortunately, Duryodhana was appointed as to receive the guests, gifts and account it. Who? Duryodhana in Rajaso Yaga. Oh, big list is there. So much of gold, the animal and cattle, and he used to burn. Oh, ye bhi aa gaya. He says that was the beginning point. Then Vyasa Bhagavan, before Rajaso Yaga, he said for 13 years after Rajaso Yaga, there will be all kinds of problems, clashes, famine, this and that on the earth. Are you ready to face it? He said. But after that, there will be peace. But 13 years, as a Rajaso Yaga, if you do, all the poison that is existing in the collective consciousness, the karma will come out. It will lead to wars. It will lead to so many problems. Vyasa Bhagavan says. So that's why Yudhishthira, when Dharmaraja says, okay, then I will take a vow. I will not fight. I will not show my anger. I will forgive everybody. for 13 years. That vow he took, therefore he kept quiet. दम नहीं है क्या, द्रौपदी का अपमान हो रहा है. He knew if he rose and at that time he showed anger, there would be devastation on the globe. उससे बचने के लिए, दुनिया को बचाने के लिए, you silently bore all the brunt. You don't read books and then talk nonsense. Everybody talks nonsense only. करना नहीं तो उनको over a cup of liquid spirituality. Therefore he says, मैं क्षमा गुणों को अपनाऊंगा आज से. क्षमा गुण. I'll forgive everybody. At least I can avoid war. I can avoid conflict. It's very difficult for him to bear because brother Bhima is not an ordinary man. Arjuna is also reacting. Draupadi is also, in spite of handling this silently, he dedicated himself to dharma. If I react, it will be, as Vyasa Bhagavan said, 13 years mein problem ho jayega. So 13 years he had to go through jungle, kept quiet. How many problems he faced? He says, I have taken up the Kshama Guna, forgiveness only I know I took. I will not react. Why don't you react? Why don't? No. It's not easy to save the world. In spite of his great dedication, war could not be averted. And another doubt all of you get, hey, Krishna would have stopped the war. भगवान को क्या, भगवान सोचने से क्या रोक नहीं सकते क्या वार? उन्होंने चलाया जानबूझ के. That answer भगवान only gave. The episode comes after the war. After the war he stayed for 1 year. अश्वमेध यज्ञ हो गया, not राजसूय यज्ञ, अश्वमेध यज्ञ कराया. All that is done. Okay. Then the Pandavas gave him grand send off. The details description beautiful. Then he and Daruka, the Rathasarathi, they both were going to Dwaraka from Hastinapur or Delhi. So there they had to pass through the Rajasthan desert area. So that Daruka was driving in the desert area. Bhagavan Krishna stopped in the ashram of Uttanka Muni. Uttanka Muni was doing tapasya. Great Mahatma he was. And there was no communication, breaking news in those days. No. He only heard Krishna went to Hastinapur to bring peace between Pakistan, not Pakistan. Krishna, between Kauravas and Pandavas, he went there. So he must be established, peace must be established. He welcomed Krishna, Bhagavan, Ajao, very good, please, baithiye, virajiye. You are coming from Hastinapur, Indraprastha, very beautiful. Now peace would have been established. I think there must have been some samjhota, understanding between Kauravas and Pandavas. I think everybody must be happy because you went and solved all problems. Krishna said, please, give me at least breathing time. First to stop, let me talk first. He was only praising Krishna. He established peace. I said, not P-E-A-C-E, sir, P-I-E-C-E. Then Krishna said, Satyanash ho gaya. Koi nahi bacha except 7 or 8 people. Pandavas and Satyaki and Krutavarma, 2-3 people. They only bacha hai. And then nobody is left now. So this Mahanash ho gaya hai. Uttanka Muni got so angry, he took Kamandal and Pane. I will curse you. You are Ishvara. Nothing is, impossible for you. You could have easily established a peace between them. Can't you do it? I will not agree if you say, I failed, I tried, I my best and I went and addressed them. I put my best efforts for peace. Of course he did, Bhagavan Krishna. I will not agree. Krishna said, sir, please stop. Listen to me first. Because if you curse me, you will lose all your power. I am Ishvara. You cannot curse Ishvara. And moreover, you cannot pluck my hair also with your curse. इसका मतलब मुझे कुछ नहीं होता. आपकी जो तपस्या है, सबका तपोफल जो भी है, सब कुछ आप एक क्षण में खो के बैठोगे. इसलिए खो मत. और मुझे शाप दोगे तो मुझे कुछ नहीं होगा. आपका नुकसान होता है. आप पर शांति से मेरे बात सुनिए. Then he gave a beautiful order. I mean, message. When I take birth in the creation in different lokas, as per the need, to establish dharma of that particular loka among those particular species. I take incarnation in different lokas. But my mission is, when I come to a particular loka, I will only promote that loka dharma, and by teaching and promoting dharma, I try to establish peace. I will not invoke my Ishwariya Shakti and hypnotize people to change. I will not interfere with the will of humanity. I can only teach. If samashti will is for destruction, I will not interfere. That is my principle of avatar. And the same thing I do. When I go to Gandharva Janma, I will propagate Gandharva Loka Dharma to establish peace and prosperity in that loka and make them evolve further. But I will not exercise my willpower and change the minds of the people. So do some miracle karo, ye karo. Kar sakte hai, but I will not do. Same Pujya Gurudev also said in one of the beautiful books, a realized man is tempted to meddle with the prarabdha of the world, but they don't do. That is their rule. That they have to abide by that by the principle that they won't involve in the middle or change the prarabdha, the destiny of the world by their willpower. They can only teach, bring transformation in each individual from within, but there is no power. They don't exercise any power on our will. Bhagavan Krishna declared and Gurudev also mentioned. So it is the same rule with respect to realized man or Bhagavan also. Therefore, Bhagavan said, I did not stop the war. I only taught them, don't go for war. That's it. And I narrated the consequences of the war. I showed them. When he showed the Vishwarupa in the Sabha as an ambassador, when he went to talk, it's a big story, beautiful thing, the sequence and all. Anyway, he went there to teach final. Bhaiya, don't go for war, you will be. And he showed the Vishwarupa, Dhritarashtra ko bhi aankh de diya, the Divya Drushti. He also saw, and Duryodhana also saw. Everybody saw. Huge form, mighty form, resplendent, glorious, beautiful form of Bhagavan Krishna. This is me. Please know. Duryodhana says, hey, ये बड़ा होना छोटा होना ये मैजिक हम भी जानते, नीचे उतरो, तुमको बांधना है. नीचे उतर, बांधना है तुमको, रस्सी लेके आया बेवकूफ. Bhagavan, but this is me. Believe me, trust me, you will be destroyed. Hey, उतरो पहले, नीचे आओ. ये मैजिक मैं भी कर सकता हूं. दुर्योधन कहता है, इसे मैजिक है. Therefore, don't expect God will come and lift the world. If the world we have to destroy through third world war, it will come. That is all humanity's collective choice. Don't expect miracles to happen. They will not. That's what Krishna declared. So with clarity, you get clarity. If you study Mahabharata, it brings tremendous clarity. It's a beautiful thing. That's why, I revel in this beautiful analysis of this cosmic drushti. Thanks to all Mahatmas, Gurus, and who opened me up to that, which I cannot share. The sense, it's not a language, it is not words, it's a deeper insights and reflections, a deeper awakening, realization, which I cannot talk. Just keep quiet. And Bhagavad Vyasji says, Urdhabaho viromyesha na kaschit srunoti me. Raising my hands up and I am appealing to humanity. Unfortunately, nobody is listening to me. Na kaschit srunoti me. Okay, sir, क्या कहना चाहते हो? Your announcement. Dharmadarthascha kamascha Kimartham na sevyate. You follow dharma. Wow, all your desires are fulfilled. Wealth you get, prosperity you get, desires are arthakamas can be fulfilled through dharma. You don't worry, whatever you want, you will get it. That's in sequence, line mein hai. Certain things may not be provided in this life. At the age of 80, you have a desire to swim and participate in international championship. तो भगवान देखता है, अरे तो ये भगवान मेरी इच्छा पूरा करो, करेंगे बेटा, करेंगे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. Every desire is fulfilled. That's the problem with the desire. But wait, after that I have to give you the appropriate physical body, healthy body, a mahol, inspiration, motivation, a good teacher. So many things I should design for that useless desire. Like that, Lord is desiring entire mahol, the entire circumstances, environment of the entire thing, field, He is to be prepared to make us exhaust our desires. In this work, God gets nothing. It is out of His love and compassion He is doing. Puja Gurudev said, I am exhausting my vasanas. When I am exhausting my vasanas, the people are benefited, that is their prarabdha, he said. Therefore, but nobody is listening to me. And Mahabharata explains, Najatu kaman na bhayan na lobhat dharmam chaje jivitasya apiheto. Nobody, no being, kamat na bhayat na lobhat, out of kama, desire, or out of fear, or out of greed, dharma should not be given up. And dharma we compromise with the values only because there is a greed, there is some kind of desire or fear or greed or a desire. So I compromise my value because of these things. Dharma you may not understand, value. I give up, I sacrifice, I give up values for these things, but not chajet. And even at the cost of your life. Because Jivita, what kind of life? One body hai to dusra body aayega. I like some Vivekananda's. One of Vivekananda's friend wrote a letter to Vivekananda when he was in abroad, referring to another friend of their common friend. That friend, I think our friend so and so, he has got 3 daughters, in little worried that they are not getting married. Something he mentioned, common letter. So Vivekananda replied, tell him that marriage is not important. That can be postponed to next life. So Vivekananda, the importance is our culture and country. Let all the 3 girls work for the country and culture. Marriage, after all, marriage can be postponed to next life. What badi baat hai? That is Vivekananda. You people cannot see beyond your own life. It's an eternal journey. Suppose you are traveling from here to long journey in a car खराब हो गया, कार उतर के दूसरा कार मंगा लो. Then you go, no? मैं eternal journey आई, बॉडी खराब हो गया, छोड़ दो यार, दूसरा बॉडी मिल जाएगा. खड़े रहना वहां पे फुटपाथ पे थोड़ी देर, माने सूक्ष्म शरीर पे. नई गाड़ी आ जाएगी तो बैठ जाना, और क्या है. But this all the infinite consciousness is working all this. Expand your consciousness, expand your mind through meditations, through reflections, through remembering the gurus, the great, mighty, gigantic personality. Like Paramahansa Yogananda is from West Bengal, Aurobindo is from West Bengal, Ravindranath Tagore is West Bengal, Vivekananda is West Bengal, Ramkarunsa. What a great people! No, Swamiji, we are West Bengal. Then what can I do now? some लोग ऐसे प्रोनाउंस करते हैं, they don't pronounce West Bengal, so West Bengal. So therefore, my dear, that is the thing. Whatever it is. Now, how to study Mahabharata? I will tell. Then afterwards, I will tell some Viduraniti, some stories. It is a huge one. It is. See, Mahabharata, 18 parvas are there. 18 chapters को. Adi Parva, Sabha Parva, then what do you call Vana Parva, then Ajnatavar, that is incognito, Virata Parva, then Udyoga Parva, Bhishma Drona Karna Parva, Shalya Parva, Sauptika Parva, Stri Parva, Shanti Parva, Anushasana Parva, Ashwamedika Parva, then Mausala Parva, Mahaprasthanika Parva, Ashram Vasika Parva, 16th, Ashram Vasika Parva, Mausala Parva, Mahaprasthanika Parva, Sargarohana Parva. This is beautiful. How do we study Mahabharatam? A great Mahatma only taught me. Because then I contemplated on it. Mahabharata, if you want to study, should not study from Adi Parva. You should begin with Shanti Parva. After the war, you know what is the beauty of the Shanti Parva? But when Shanti Parva begins, when all people died, all Satyanash ho gaya pura. The next day, on 19th day, Dharmaraja goes, Yudhishthira, give Tarpan at Gangaji, and Kunti says, my dear, give Tarpana to brother Karna also. He was shocked. Then he cries. Then he gives shapa to women. Women, Nari Jati mein, they will not have a ability to hold any secrets. He cursed women. Dharmaraja. And then he fell into delusion. Arjuna fell into delusion before the war. Dharmaraja was after the war. But for Arjuna, Krishna taught. But Dharmaraja, Krishna did not teach. Krishna is slightly younger to Dharmaraja, so he considers him as so he never posed as a guru to Dharmaraja. From Krishna's point of view. When he was crying and then everybody told, Arjuna told, Nakula, Draupadi, Bhima samjhaya, please, logically, scolding, with avesha, with anger, the anxiety. Because he says, now I will go to jungle and I will not do anything, I will not talk anything, I will get up early morning, whichever direction I see, I keep walking, I will not talk to anybody, I will not anything, food मिला तो खाऊंगा, या तो शरीर छोड़ दूंगा, मेरे से कोई करे, पागल जैसा घूमूंगा. Exactly, Dharmaraja said same thing. And he is trying to convince Arjuna, तुम भी आ जाओ. तुम भी आ जाओ नहीं. He said, you don't know, this is my life, now you rule the kingdom, happy, I have not. Another problem. Before the war, Arjuna problem. Now this fellow problem. He refused to take up the reins of the kingdom. Everybody told, no. So it went on for 8 days actually. I mean, not 8 days completely. One day he cried and then everybody, Vyasa Bhagavan told, Narada told, nothing. So, Krishna told. No. Ultimately, Vyasa Bhagavan फिर आकर में आए, बार रिपीट होते हैं, लोग आए फिर बोल रहे, फिर वो आ गए, next turn again he came, Arjuna comes again, he picks up some other argument and tells him no, it doesn't listen. Anyway, ultimately Vyasa Bhagavan and scolds, ultimately he got up and बहुत हो गया रोना, हम भी फंसता थक गए, तुमको समझाते समझाते, आप बंद करो, चल उठो करके उनको उठाया. उठाने के बाद then next day ये पट्टाभिषेक सब होने के बाद he brought, Bhagavan Krishna said to the Bhishmacharya, see, this man says he is responsible for every destruction, total destruction, here he is there, so what do? Bhishma, he feels he is responsible everything, that he did everything, all that destruction का कारण यही अपना यही समझता है कि मैं ही कारण ऐसा समझ रहा है, इसलिए आप कुछ करो. Obviously, my dear Dharmaraja, Yudhishthira, इसमें तेरा कोई लोप नहीं है. You are pure. Then he raised his head and could see Bhishmacharya straight. And then teachings begin for 8 days. So 10 days in the war, 8 days teaching, 18 days हो गया, फिर 8 days का teaching, all together. 18 days, of course, 10 days war. And 18 days, 10 days, 10th day he fell down. 18th day war हो गया. Then he did then बाद में 50 days के बाद आ जाओ बोलते हैं. After teaching, 50 days he was in silence, and ultimately they all come with sandalwood for his cremation and all that, Antyakriya. So in this, he teaches so many things. Because Krishna says, I don't want that knowledge to go with you. Bhishma says, I will not teach. I am not able to know directions. Hungry, thirsty, pain in the body, thousands of arrows. In this position, you are wanting me to teach Arjuna? I mean, Dharmaraja? Is that possible? Oh, Krishna said, from this moment onwards, you will not have thirsty, you will not have hunger, you will not have any pain. Your mind will be beautiful, your buddhi will become sthira, and you'll be so comfortable in this position also. Excellent. And what all the jnanam is there in the entire universe. Whatever Dharmaraja asks, even if you don't know, let entire knowledge of the universe, everything, let it reflect in your antakarana. Let it shine in your antakarana. And if Dharmaraja will ask any question, let him ask. You will know what to answer. And I don't want your knowledge to die with you. And then when you go, the whole earth becomes like Amavasya Ratri. I don't want that to happen. Bhishma, please, you will not come again. You are such a great being. Then I said, okay, I will teach. But why can't you teach? Why should you teach me? मेलो में मेरे को ठीक करके समझा रहे हो मुझे. You are making me fit to teach and then asking me to teach. Why can't you teach directly? He said, I am not interested in my name and fame. I want your fame and name to spread because people should know who you really are. And his age was much more than, because as per Mahabharata, Dronacharya's age was 400 years. And 16 साल का लड़का जैसा छलांग मारते मारते युद्ध किया है. Bhishmacharya held it to him. Maybe 150 I don't know. But he was also jumping like a Navayavak. What a fit body. Yogis there all. And Dronacharya, when Ashwatthama Kunjara was told by Dharmaraja to kill him, and then he Astra Sanyas kiya, baith gaya, and he left the body. And afterwards only this, Drushtadumna went and then chopped the head of the Dronacharya. Before he chopped off, he already reached Brahmaloka. Only dead body head was chopped off by Drushtadumna. Who are you to chop off my head? I am a yogi. I will drop the body before you reach me. From that chariot to this chariot. And went away. This all told by Vaishampayana. Mahabharata details comes there. He just sat. So it's not, so many beautiful points are there. So many points. So therefore, you just can't. So that is the position of a Bhishmacharya. And Krishna said, teach. And what a beautiful subject he taught. For before Vishnu Sahasranama, Shiva Sahasranama will come. Dharmaraja, please tell me about Shiva Tattva. He said, no, I cannot speak about Shiva Tattva. He is the one, Krishna can speak about Shiva Tattva. Shiva Tattva is very heavy, I can't understand. So Krishna gave Shiva Sahasranama in Mahabharata. He explained how he got it. How he went to Himalayas for tapasya to our Lord Shiva. When he asked about Vishnu, then he gave Vishnu Sahasranama. Bhishmacharya gave. It's a beautiful thing. So one text, if you continuously, 700 slokas of Bhagavad Gita which comes in Mahabharata is not, one life is not enough to understand. Do you think Mahabharata you can understand? Difficult. Because in that dimensions of so many dimensions are there. I can't explain. It's beyond your cognition, beyond your understanding. We need subtle thing. Because we are only Indriya Prachaksha. Whatever is physically seen, that only. And little stretching the mind, little stretching the intellect. But there is no experience in us. First Shanti Parva you should study. Why? Because Shanti Parva if you study, because if you study with Adi Parva, then you go through all the turmoil, the jealousies, hatred, and then hypocrisies, and then vengeance, and dirty tricks played by Kauravas and Pandavas, and so many problems, and they go through all that you do. And by the then and war, and then fought everybody, and till Bhishmacharya was on the field, Yuddha was on Dharma level, Dharma grounds, only it was going on. Nobody was dead. In the sense, among main Kauravas or Pandavas, when Bhishmacharya fell down, then next day onwards, all the dirty tricks started. How Abhimanyu was killed, so many things happened. So Dharma just went sidetrack. As long as Bhishma was there, Dharma Yuddha. So nobody was dead among all Kauravas. Only after Bhishmacharya fell down, only Bhima killed all 100 people. 100 sons were killed only by Bhima. He did not give chance to anybody. So when you go through all this, and Stri Parva, what is sorrow of the women? Crying. Arjuna said, no, in the Viddhame, when all youngsters die, only old people, children and women are left. Same thing. Women are left and then they cry. Then Gandhari gives curse to Krishna. Same way, your Yadu Vamsha also be destroyed. That's what Krishna only did it actually through her. Nimitta banaya Bhagavan Krishna. Anyway, all that was done. Now we say Shanti. अब काय का शांति है? सब लड़के मर गए. जो है वो शांति है फिर. स्मशान शांति है ना, वो स्मशान नाइट में. What Shanti? You will not read anything. Therefore, Shanti Parva, per se, completely up to Swargarohana, send them to heaven. All went back to the heaven. Now, introspect. What had happened? Then come to Adi Parva. Then end with again Shanti Parva, little portion again study. And then complete Mahabharatam study. But it lacks guidance because so many places, so many some conflicts are apparent but not real. Some conflicts are real but within the minds of the people, immature minds, which they had to resolve. Somehow resolved them, some people, some could not resolve them. So this is all entire scenario of the Mahabharata. Now, I will tell you, there's so many things are there, but I just want to the highlights, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Vishwasranama, Sanatsujati. What a text. That is Sanat Kumara teaches Dhritarashtra. That's an interesting episode, I'll just tell that. What happened after the Virat Parva and Ajnatavasa is over, and then it ended with Shadi of Uttara with Abhimanyu, the grand wedding. They completed Ajnatavasa, everything is done, everything. The Uttara Gograhana, Dakshina Gograhana war and all was over. Pandu was very happy. Shadi ho gaye. Next day, Bhagavan Krishna called for an emergency meeting. All of them came, and all of them were sitting. Baith gaye darbar mein. Then they looked at Krishna. Bhagavan Krishna, you called, now tell me. Krishna got up and said, now we have done that job. Pandavas have completed. Now it is rightfully they should get back their kingdom. So we must, I'm just cutting it short. They must send the ambassador now who can convey this message to Dhritarashtra. So we know all Jatcha both hota hai. Anyway, Drupada is Draupadi's father, was appointed to choose an intelligent Brahmana, train him what to speak and what to convey, and make him a best ambassador. And she was sent to Dhritarashtra, Hastinapur, and he was asked to stay there for a couple of days and get the reply of Dhritarashtra's reply also, because he cannot give immediate reply. He has to think and 4-5 दिन लगेगा reply देने में. So strategy बना के. So you stay there. So this man went and conveyed the message to Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra knew that if this man stays here, this Brahmana, for 4 or 5 days, his other purpose is to do CID work. What kind of preparations are going on? There was also a target given to him. Dhritarashtra knew. He said, immediately vacate, go out of my kingdom. You're not supposed to stay. I will send a message there separately through Sanjay Gao. Then Sanjay was sent about 5-6 days के बाद Sanjay message is this, Dhritarashtra message, beautiful message. You love it. Message is, my dear Pandu के बेटे, मेरे बच्चे, Pandav, what is the purpose of life? Ultimate purpose of life is realization, moksha, moksha dharma. Moksha के लिए you should do sadhana. Sadhanas are performed only in jungles. And my children are murkha and they don't listen to me. I want peace, you also want peace. But my children they don't listen to me. They want war and disturbance only. But you are wise. And purpose is moksha. And you got used to stay in jungles. So continue to stay there only. Automatically peace is established. कैसा लगा सुनकर? कुछ हुआ अंदर? That is Dhritarashtra. Dhrita, very held firmly the Rashtra. सबको तो बॉयल हो गया, सब लोग पांडव. Krishna intervened everybody. Then they said, okay, ultimately give us at least 5, whatever. They gave message, very ferocious messages. Ultimately they sent, please tell them at least 5 villages. So Sanjay came back and night he came 7:30, 7 o'clock, 6:30, 6 o'clock he reached Astirapur. How do you know, Swamiji? None of your business. Okay. 6 o'clock, 6:15 actually he reached. And sent a word, sir, I came from Pandavas. He told soldiers told Dhritarashtra, hey, send him immediately. What message you must have brought from Pandavas? He said, Sanjay said, Maharaj, whatever is happening, the only responsible is you. You will never understand. Because Vidura's language was refined language. He's a very educated, learned man. ये तो ज्ञानी है संजय है, but कौन सूत्र माने the driver. Therefore, his language is very कच्चा. महाराज आप तो बड़ा बेवकूफ है. इस तरह का ना, महाराज आप इतना बेवकूफ है मैं कभी नहीं समझा, मैं कभी नहीं सोचा. This kind of language. He said, you are responsible for everything. You will never understand. Now I am very tired. Whatever messages they gave, all 5 and Krishna and collect a message. Tomorrow I will tell in Sabha. Now I am very tired. Don't ask me anything. I am going, having dinner and sleeping. Go. And went away. This fellow could not sleep. क्या बोला होगा? क्या मैसेज लाया होगा? अब माना कि नहीं माना? She was restless. अभी 7:30 बज गया. He sent these soldiers, the gods, go and bring immediately Vidurji here. Bring him here. विदुरा बेचारा कलकत्ता पान खा के सोने वाले थे तब. आराम से डिनर खा के आओ, राजा बुलाया, तुरंत दौड़े. मंत्री है ना, सर महाराज बोलिए क्या हुआ? मुझे नींद नहीं लग रही है. तो 4 लोगों को नींद लगती नहीं, चोर को ऐसा बोलता है, कामी पुरुष को, एंड दोज हु अननेसेसरली डेवलप्ड एनिमिटी विद स्ट्रॉन्ग पीपल. ऐसा 4 कारण बताते हैं. महाराज इनमें से चारों में से आपका तो कुछ कोई कारण नहीं हो ना, है ना? If you unnecessarily grow enmity with stronger people, you will not sleep. Anyway, मुझे एंटरटेन करो. नाचो तो देख नहीं सकते हो, तो क्या करो? नहीं कुछ समझाओ मेरे को, बातें सुनाओ. बातें कौन सी बातें सुनाओ? सुनाओ विदुर, मैं धर्मशास्त्र का धर्म सुनाओ. धर्म बेचारा नाइट 8:30 onwards till 3:45 AM he was teaching Vidura Niti, more than 600 verses. Vidura Niti dharma is only for evolution. Chanakya Niti is for social establishment of how to behave, political establishment, social order and all that. But Vidura Niti's focus is, of course this is included from a higher point of view, meant for evolution. And very beautiful. Dharma, evolution, in a very great, refined way Vidura teaches. And afterwards, at 3:45 AM, he says, 3:40 AM, sorry. 3:40 a.m. He says, Vidra, और कुछ सुनाओ. नींद नहीं लगी, ये तो सोता नहीं, इनको सो रहे, बिकॉज इज बीमारी है, डिजीज फेलो, यू विल नॉट स्लीप, बट ही इज स्लीपिंग बेचारा. 3:40. सर, हाँ, नाउ ब्रह्म के बारे में पढ़ो. Then he said, Vidra, I cannot talk about Brahma because I know, but I am not entitled to teach because I am born to a Shudra woman. And if one case, if I teach any mistake ho gaya ho, Mahatmas will not spare me, they curse me. Therefore, I am not entitled to teach. I am entitled to teach Dharma, which I taught you. Brahma Vidya, I will not teach you. But I will tell you one thing. Sanat Kumara, Sanat Sujata, Sanat Hiranyagarbhat, Sushtujata, Sanat Kumara. Sanat Kumara says, there is no death. How come? Devatas also worried about death. Humanity also worried about death. Many incidents were there to avoid death, they did tapasya. You say, come and say there is no death. What nonsense bakwas kar rahe ho? Kaise ho sakta hai? Come on, rath ko jutao. सुबह अभी जाएंगे सनत कुमार के आश्रम में, पूछेंगे महाराज, he is not in this plane, he is in Brahmaloka. But if you want, I can invite him, he said. बुलाइए. सनत कुमारा, प्लीज कम, appeared. मेरे प्यारे शिष्य, क्या चाहिए आपको? Luster, light and materialized, body materialized. This is Dhritarashtra. He wanted some questions, please answer Guru करके धृतराष्ट्र के पास जा दिया, नमस्कार किया, बिठाया. Then he asked about death. Then he says, Pramado vai mrutyuraham bravimi. There is no death, my dear. And then Sanat Sujatiyam comes, very deep teaching. So Vidurniti Sanat Sujatiyam. Next day morning, sabha mein aane ke baad, Sanjay will come and deliver the message, but he never heard. So Duryodhana got angry, and then they didn't want. And then Bhagavan Krishna also came again to teach. Nothing happened. And then when war started, 10 days war mein, Sanjaya was happily in the field only. Only message was sent to Dhritarashtra through somebody. On 10th day, when Bhishmacharya fell down, Sanjaya went personally to convey the news to Dhritarashtra. Therefore, Kim Akurvata. 10th day, he said, Sanjay said, Maharaj, ho gaya, Bhishmacharya, rota hai bichara. Such a great Mahatma, he fell down to Arjuna's arrows. Who hit him? Arjuna. Thousands of them. He is now lying down. And he cried. Dhritarashtra was shaken. Because as long as Bhishmacharya is alive, his 100 sons are safe. And he is extremely attached to his sons. And he knew Pandavas will not have guts to shoot arrows to kill Bhishmacharya. They will not have guts. And moreover, I sent a poisonous message through Sanjaya. It would have affected Arjuna, not Dharmaraja, not Bhima, not Nakula, not Sahadeva. Why? Because Dharmaraja is very clear about Dharma. Bhima is very clear. He is waiting to start the war and to drink the blood of Dushasana and then insert his both the hands in the open heart surgery, that to drink the blood and put it to the hair of that Draupadi. He is waiting for it. He is very clear. Ye Shanti bano, ye bano. Not interested. He is very clear. Nakula Sahadeva, they said, हमको क्यों सोचना है, बड़े भाई लोग हैं, जो सोचते हैं, we'll execute it. So we are very clear. Whatever orders are given, we execute. The knowledgeable man is there, no Arjuna, thinker. Thinkers only get confused. Not ordinary people. Bhakta will not get confusion. गुरु बोलेगा, हाँ पानी चढ़ाओ, चढ़ा के आ गया, बहुत चढ़ा गया, शांति मिली, बहुत बढ़िया, ध्यान हुआ, ध्यान हो गया, मैं क्यों चढ़ाऊं, वहां पे क्यों होता है, चढ़ाने से क्या होता है, बताओ. थिंकर ना, तो थिंकर ना घर का ना घाट का. Skeptic is the word used for Arjuna. Skeptic. So same thing. So Dhritarashtra knew this would have worked on him, no, Arjuna also. But Arjuna ke upar mera poisonous message did not work. It was it was kept aside and he got the courage to shoot arrows against Bhishmacharya, something happened in between. If my poisonous message was sent, and everybody would have been affected. Therefore, first chapter is nothing but a vomit of what Dhritarashtra told to Pandavas before, 10-15 days before the war, through Sanjaya. Same thing he vomited. But therefore, I can't believe something must have happened. How come Arjuna got that courage to kill Bhishmacharya, to shoot arrows against him? संजय बताओ, सब दोनों पक्षों में मिलने के बाद समवेता युयुत्सुवः धर्म क्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे मामकाः पांडवाश्चैव किम अकुर्वत. Tell me from beginning what happened. Then I can figure out what happened. Sanjay told many times, Maharaj, you don't understand. Other side Krishna is there. When Bhagavan is there, all your chamchagiri games and all cheap games won't work. So many times Sanjay told Dhritarashtra, please understand, the other side is Krishna. Your gimmicks and your cheap games won't work before Bhagavan. Then Bhagavad Gita taught. Therefore he got courage to shoot arrows against anyone in the universe, if it is dharma. Therefore, this question had a deep significance. Not a simple third-rate question. Not a direct relay. It's a 10th day. So, war started, Kartika Amavasya, the war started. On 10th day, because Tithi ke anusar, one day, the 10th day, because not exactly this English calendar. But Tithi 10th day, he fell down. So, therefore, 11th day, 10th day night he reached. Maybe around night he slept. 11th day, he taught Bhagavad Gita. So for mankind, we got Bhagavad Gita. Marga Shiramasa Shuddha Ekadashi ke din, we have got Gita Jayanti, we celebrate. But what Arjuna received it on Kartika Purnima Amavasya, first day of the war. So when he taught. Therefore, this message, the question has significance. And entire psychology of Duryodhana you can see in first chapter. And psychology of Arjuna you can see. And the impact of crooked message Dhritarashtra on the mind of Arjuna you can see. And how Krishna had removed all that misunderstanding and purified him, cleaned him of all this nonsense, made him very proud and made him stand. Karishye vachanam tava nashto moha nutirlaptaha sithosmi gatasandeha. Are, wow, what a statement! A brilliant statement. I know who I am. All my doubts are over. Now I am stable. Tell me, Karishye vachanam tava. I will carry on your orders. Tell me, I will do. A beautiful statement. Transformation. Earlier, Gandhi, Om Samsati Rasta, Tapche Paradeyate, Brahmati Vajamana, Vimitani Japashyam, Viparitani Keshava. I am unable to stand also. From that collapsed personality to Karishye Vachanam Tava. What a transformation. So the first chapter has got very important relevance in it. Okay, I'll just tell a story for you. 15 minutes time is there, I'll tell story. Abruptly one story I'll tell you. Mahabharata only. It may take 5-10 minutes, 5 minutes more, okay? Or should I cheat you by concising the story?
No, 5 minutes.
Extra?
Yes.
Ijazat hai? Koi एतराज nahi hai? Good. Now listen. Now I'll let Sandarbha forget about it. Story you listen. कहाँ कि उसको बोला क्या हुआ? That's the word. One day Indra, very interesting story. Indra went to his guru Brahaspati because Prahalad ji became famous in all the worlds, three worlds. All three worlds के राजा बन गए. Prahalad, Raja Prahalad, and gave great name, fame, respect, honor, reverence. Oh my God, adorations all over. Oh, Prahalad. Indra is only king of local chief minister. This man is a huge. So Indra become extremely jealous of Prahalada. Extremely jealous. But jealousy is there. He did not try to kill him or kidnap him and all that nonsense he did not. But anyway, last में ही कुछ करता है. But at least first बुद्धि काम किया उसका. Now let me go and tell my problem to my guru. Who is the Devata's guru? बृहस्पति. बोला क्या चाहिए? ये हो रहा है. Please. What is the secret of his success? It is knowledge and everything. So many things are there, my dear. It's knowledge and wisdom. So teach me that knowledge and wisdom. I'll also become as great as Prahalad. Good. Jealousy brought towards other student made you go to teacher and ask and willing to learn. Brahaspati taught. After that, Brahaspati said, my syllabus is over. But इसको कोई परिवर्तन नहीं हुआ. कुछ नहीं हुआ. So my syllabus is over. Is there anything else to learn more? Yes, of course, a lot of things are there to learn. Then I want to learn. If you want to learn more, go to Sukracharya. He will teach you more. Sukracharya was sitting quietly and this Yundra was coming. He asked, भाई पार्टी बदल दिया क्या तूने? मैं गुरुजी ये मेरी समस्या है. हमारा गुरु ने आपके पास भेजा है. Now this is my problem. Please teach me. ठीक है, पढ़ा देंगे. पढ़ा दिया. Then he said, my syllabus also is over. Is there anything else to learn more? Of course, many things are there. फिर मैं कहाँ जाऊं अभी? If you want to learn more, go to Prahalada and learn. And learn. The first lesson is, if you are jealous of somebody, go and become a Shishya. Because if you want to be like him, only go and ask him. Or her. Anyway, the different issue lesson. Now, further kahani. He went in a Brahmana Vesha. Prahalad is distributing a lot of wealth, guilt and all that. Every day, routine as a king. He said, sir, Brahman Devata आपको चाहिए, कपड़ा चाहिए, रोटी, मकान चाहिए, क्या खेती चाहिए या कैटल चाहिए, गाय चाहिए, क्या चाहिए, सोना चांदी क्या? मुझे ये सब नहीं चाहिए. He went with a mendicant, Brahmana Vesha with a tuft and vibhuti and all. No, I came to learn something. So I don't have time, my dear. I am very busy with the affairs of three worlds and I cannot spend time with you. So, no, sir, I will wait for you. If you are interested to wait, please, then he called somebody, provide him a guest room near to my own room, next to the same VIP quarters. So, stay there. And this Brahmana started serving him, Prahaladji. Seva. Maybe accounts department, that department, this department, something service is doing it. Seva. After some time, Prahalad ke andar daya aa gayi. This man has been serving me. I think I must take out some time. And so he went and asked him, my dear Brahmana, I just came to you. I'm so happy. I want to spend time with you. Thank you for the services. Tell me what exactly you want to. Why did you why did you come to me and what do you want to learn? Said, what is the secret of your success? First question. He said, big answer he gives. I respect elders, I learn from elders, I'm humble, I don't take chance and I inquire and I take, involve everybody in team decision. All big, so beautiful things is as a kingdom, this very, and no arrogance, no ego, remember the God, all secret of success is this. And primarily, my secret success is my character, he said. My character. Then he said, Brahmana Devata, I answered your question. He made a small mistake here, Prahalad. I'm so happy with your service. Ask for a boon. So Indra said, that because of which you became so famous, your character, that character you donated to me. Imagine it's something like, you earned tapasya. tapopalam, high energy voltage of Shakti you have. He is asking you that entire thing transferred to him. Prahlad was shocked. Everything my character means? He's asking, he gave a word also. He was shocked, but no option. Finally, from this moment, my character, because of which I gained all these things, dedicated, donated to you, दान में दे दिया जाओ. ये ले लिया चला गया वो. After 5 minutes, again don't ask me how I know. 5 minutes के बाद something came from the body of Prahlada, a huge luster, light, luminous Kanti Punj. It came out and he was leaving. Became slightly weaker. Who are you? Leaving me? But light said, I am Dharma. My adhara, my support, my abode is Sheela, character. That you donated to the Brahmana. So I am going to stay with him only. I cannot stay with you. Where character is, I will be there. So I went. Dharma went. Chakkar aa gaya. After 4 minutes, another power came. Another Kanti Punj, luster, ball of light, left his body. And now little more weaker. He said, who are you leaving me, my dear? I am Satyam, truthfulness. My adhara is Dharma. Where Dharma is, there alone Satyam is. Truthful, intellectual honesty. That Dharma left you. So I cannot stay with you. So I am going to, along with that Dharma के पीछे पीछे मैं जा रहा हूं. Intellectual honesty or ability to, that intellectual conviction, ability to act according to one's own conviction is called Satyam, as Puja Gurudev says. That's called intellectual honesty. That need dharmic power, then only it can be stable, it will be there. The adharma, then you don't have intellectual honesty, cannot be there. Anyway, again after 3-4 minutes, another light came out. He was leaving. Prahlada और weak होते जा रहा है. He said, who are you leaving me? I am Vrittam. Behavior. Appropriate behavior. Right time and place. Vyavahara kushalata. Suppose you can imagine like that. My adhar is Satyam. So therefore the behavior born out of Satyam is real behavior. Otherwise it becomes hypocrisy. And that Satyam is intellectual honesty rooted in Dharma. And Dharma ka adhar, character. So I can go on this explanation, but with values and all, I don't have time. So Vrittam is chala gaya. After again 4 minutes, he's already starts shocked. Okay, in this example you will not understand. I'll give local means लौकिक उदाहरण देता हूँ. They were happy, chubby, 2 girls and 2 daughters and 2 sons, grown up, happy, fine. And one day, morning, 8 o'clock, one eldest son comes. Mummy, I loved a girl, I'm leaving. 10 o'clock my registration marriage. If you want to come, come. Otherwise, go to hell. First shock. After half an hour, second son comes. Mummy, मेरा registration उसी में है, उसी ऑफिस में 11 बजे है. I also loved a girl, I am leaving. Huh? Second shock. Swamiji, please don't give such examples. We are already in trouble. After lunch, One girl came, eldest daughter. बड़ी जो भी है, मम्मी I loved a boy. I'm going. Fourth girl also said same thing. What will be your condition? You can't reply. I read a beautiful joke. Joke means it's something. One girl wrote a letter, big letter. Dear Daddy, I don't know how to convey. I am in deep love. 10th class girl, deep love with a boy. So he is. I like him very much. Very handsome. By the by, he is not of our religion. First shock. First shock already loved, left house. Then not my religion. Another thing, he is suffering from some disease and addicted to drugs. Never mind, I can manage with him. All that she wrote this kind of a thing. पापा का दिल तो ना, दिल का धड़कन बढ़ते जा रहा है. And last line, these are all horrible things than my progress report. Progress report is on table, please sign, and I'm watching you from the next building window through binoculars. When you sign my progress report, I will come. All the above is only to scare you, because there are much more worse things than report. Don't read this as ours. Worse ho gaya, worse things are there. Can I come now? Anyway, there. Next one. For how many people? Dharma, Satyam, Vrittam gaya. Then again afterwards, Bhayankar Shabda karta ho. Shabda and a light. Like a thunders in the sky. It came out. Now this time totally weak, almost weak, 90% weak ho gaya. He said, who are you? I am Balam. Strength. My Aadhar is, so the strength born out of right behavior, which is hooked on to the truthfulness, whose foundation is Satyam, the Dharma, and that foundation is character. So I am leaving because my abode is gone, so I am leaving. He thought gone. Last May one Devata comes, Devi. Like Uma Mahimavati Shobhayamana Upanishad comes, like this beautiful, resplendent Devi comes out. Amma, Jaganmata, who are you, my dear mother? You are leaving me. She said, I am Lakshmi. My Adhara is Balam. Where there is strength, Lakshmi comes. Which strength? Born out of good behavior. Which behavior? Born out of truthfulness. Which behavior? Dharma. Correct. I said, अम्मा एक शॉट में सब लूट के चला गया, वो कौन था? She says he is Indra. Then she says, Shloka, Dharma Satyam Tatha Vrittam Balam Chaiva Tathapi Aham. Aham means Lakshmi. Sheela Moola Mahaprajna Sada Nastyatra Samshayaha. Dharma, righteousness, Satyam, truthfulness, Vrittam, behavior, Dharma, Satyam, Balam, strength, Tatapi Aham, me, the wealth, prosperity. For all of us, foundation is character. A Mahaprajna, O wise man. Sada, always, character is the foundation. Character is the foundation. Na asti atra samshayaha. With regarding this, there is no doubt whatsoever. Then what is character now? Character is a fragrance of personality. Not physical personality by deodorants and sprays and all that. There is some fragrance in you where Bhagavan Krishna, Upanishad speaks about that fragrance, the consequences of the fragrance is Sarvani Bhutani Tam Abhivanchanti. All, Upanishad says, all beings desire him. or her. Or Bhagavan Krishna says, 12th chapter, Yasmano Dvijate Loka Lokana Udvijate Chayah. One who is not agitated by the world, and the world is not agitated by the one, this man, such a person is dear to me, Krishna says. So Gurudev says, no, there are two kinds of people. Some give happiness wherever they go, some give happiness whenever they go. Think. To which category we belong, God knows. No, we have to ask others. See. Therefore, character is a fragrance inside. That comes out of spiritual thinking. Embracing the universe in your own heart. Like a great master says, I am in the universe and the universe is in me. I am in the universe from one dimension. The universe is in me in another dimension. Mayeva sakalam jatam, mayeva pratishtitam, mayeva layam yati, tad brahma advayam asmi aham, Upanishad says. So this is a practical realization only on the seat of meditation when I withdraw. Withdrawal happens only when I fulfill all my duties in the world. Simultaneous practice has to be done. So, therefore this is a Mahabharata. Character is a foundation for everything. It's a beautiful story. Do you like it? Yes. Thank you so much. Om Purnamada Purnamadam Purnat Purnamadachade Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva.